Hello everyone, welcome to a new video by Prepinsta. So in this video, we are going to learn everything that there is for game-based aptitude test. So make sure that you watch this video completely because this is a very new section that has been introduced by Capgemini in their recruitment pattern, right? Now, the reason why this test is introduced is because the test is supposed to be given from home, and generally they know that students cheat a lot or probably share the questions and then get the answers from friends, right? So you can't do that in game-based aptitude test because this is you have very limited amount of time, and then nobody can even tell you the answers. It is just based upon your wits, and you will understand by the end of this video that that you cannot cheat in this particular section. It is all in your own hands, right? So this is also one of our free master classes that we conduct on YouTube. Essentially, make sure that you do subscribe to our YouTube channel because not just for Capgemini, but for other companies as well, we are going to do a lot of videos on YouTube to help you with your placement preparation, right? So make sure that you do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, a lot of companies are hiring in partnership with Prepinsta, so make sure that you follow us on our social media channel, Instagram, Telegram, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, etc., because we'll be posting all these off-campus drive links on our social media handles, right? So without wasting any further time, let's go ahead and understand what this fuss is all about Capgemini game-based aptitude test, right? So first of all, there is a time limit. So you would be given generally 6 minutes. There would be 4 games. There are 24 different games altogether. So out of those 24 games, there would be 4 games that would be randomly chosen for you. And out of those 4 games, each game is, they've not specified it, but with the kind of internal links that Prepinsta has, we know for a fact that approximately 6 minutes would be given to you for each game. So 6 into 4, 24, right? Now, whenever you solve any game, so for example, if you go and play Candy Crush or Snake Game, so there are different levels in each game, and after you complete one level, you go to level 2, level 3, level 4, and so on and so forth. And as soon as you go to a new level, the difficulty level of the game increases, right? So that is exactly what would be happening in your game-based test. So each game would have levels. If you solve a level correctly, you will go to the next level, and which would have obviously a higher marking, and which would be even more difficult. And if you solve it incorrectly, you will stay at the same level unless you solve it correctly itself, right? So it's a game of speed plus accuracy. Because accuracy, why? You wouldn't go to the next level. Speed, why? Because if you solve more questions correctly, you will go to a higher level. Higher level means higher score. So they will judge you based upon your speed and accuracy, both of them, right? So this is very, very important. So quickness is very important, which is also something that we focus a lot upon our Capgemini Prime Video online classes as well. So if you're interested in that, you can find the online classes link in the description below, right? So as I told you, there are 24 different games. Out of those, 4 are given to you randomly, right? So let's start with understanding. So how we are going to do this particular video is, first I'll demo you all the games so that you can visualize how this is happening, right? So maybe at some point in time we will demo you how it is played in mobile. You can choose mobile, you can choose desktop as you like. Obviously in desktop it will look a little different, right? So first I'll show you a little bit about all of these games, and then individually we will solve one game by one game as we go forward, right? So let's go ahead and start with the gaming part of this, right? So the first one, so there are 4 typical sections. The first one is called motion challenge, then there is grid challenge, then there's switch challenge, then there's digit challenge, right? So if we learn more about them on how all of these go, so the first one in motion challenge, you have basically a maze, and you have to solve those maze based upon the ball from the starting point. You have to make sure that the ball reaches the cave or the black area, right? And you have to do that in minimum number of steps, right? So for example, if you take 4 steps, you're going to get some marks, but rather if you take 3 steps, you would get higher marks, because this is something that they judge, and this is some parameter in that. Basically what they are saying is you are able to predict or anticipate the future. So this is one outcome that Aeon, that is the company, or CoCubes, that is the company, gives the recruiter a score upon, based upon that you can predict the outcome or pre-plan the outcome, pre-plan your steps, right? It's not like, okay, let's try to go here and then we will try to iterate upon where to go, right? Now, then there are further games also. Then you have something called as your switch challenge. So in switch challenge, it's something weird. I will tell you once we go ahead in this particular video. Essentially, there are some shapes, and based upon some commands, you can understand those commands as codes. The values of the shapes change, or the positions of those shapes change as we move ahead, right? So that is essentially what is happening. Then you have something called as a digit challenge, right? So digit challenge is basically a mathematical operation wherein you have to predict, you have to, you know, enter the digits, and based upon those digits, multiplication, division, and all of those would be happening, and then you have to enter or choose all the digits in such a way so that you get a perfect output that is given. So we'll understand a little more about that in the particular video. Then you also have one more thing, that is essentially a pseudo, that is called as geo pseudo game. Essentially, it's kind of like Sudoku but with figures, right? So that is essentially what we look at. So let's go ahead and start with the first part of the game based program, right? So now we are done with the demo, so let's start with this. Okay, so let's begin. So essentially my team would be showing you a little demo. So what basically is happening here is there are 4 figures: triangle, rectangle, a circle, a plus sign, all of these. And then these values are passing through a switch. Now that switch has some code, mathematical code. You don't care about that code. Based upon those code, you're getting some different output, right? So what do you have to do is, you are given options based upon that what is the correct code, so that from this input value you will get this output value. So kind of like AND gate, NAND gates, not exactly that, but you can parallelize upon that particular scenario, right? So what we'll do is, you've seen the demo now, I hope. Now we'll start with the, you know, understanding how we can solve it, right? So let's go ahead. Essentially what I would be doing here would be, I'd be particularly solving this question here. So if you check this, this is how this would look in mobile, right? And if you solve this in desktop, this is how it will look, right? So let's go ahead and try to do this. Now forget about, remembering the geometrical shapes is difficult. Now this is what they are checking. They are checking how smart are you. You would be quicker. The name of the game is accuracy and speed. So you should be solving with the method that is the best method in terms of accuracy and speed. So that is what I'll be telling you. If you look at this particular question, this is not like physics that, okay, I have to understand it, what is happening, gravity, how it works, and all of those. No, you have to just get the output. You're supposed to just get the output, right? So I'm just going to tell you what is the quickest way on how to solve this particular question. So let's go ahead. So what I would be doing, rather than having geometrical shapes because we forget them, it is better to remember numbers, right? So what I'll do is I'll give them values. So this circle would be 1, this rectangle would be 2, this plus sign would be 3, and this triangle sign would be 4, right? Now I will see, after the code, I will see where I can find all of these values, right? So as you can see, triangle, earlier it was here, now it's here. So I will say 2. Triangle, which was here, now it's here, so I will say 4. Then it was here, remained here, so 2, 4, 3. Then this circle was earlier here, now came here. Answer. Done. You don't have to do anything else. Your answer is 2, 4, 3, 1. So essentially what you will have to do, you will have to pick this up, drag and drop it here. So it works differently in mobile. In mobile, you don't have to drag and drop. You just are supposed to click upon it, right? Now, this is one of the easier problems. So just like I told you, each time when you solve this correctly, you will get a little more difficult problem. So if we look at the next set of difficulty, and in fact, it goes on to 3 and 4 as well, right? So this is level 2. Not level 2. I think this is level 3, but there are 2 iterations at least in there, right? So let's go ahead and solve this. In this, we would have to do something different. Now again, you may not understand this because you've not practiced enough. You're supposed to solve this within 10 seconds or 15 seconds in the exam, max to max 20 seconds, right? So again, what I'll do is I will give them values 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now this particular time they are giving me the code, and then intermediary there is something. So what I'll do is I will write all of those things this time. So second step in this particular case would be 4 is coming, so my triangle or my rectangle would be at the first position, right? Because 4 is here. Again, you do not get confused otherwise. Now we have to do the opposite of that thing first. Now again 3 is there, so triangle. 1 is there, so plus. Now 2 is there, so circle. So I've gotten this intermediary output. Now what I will do is I will again give them numbers. So again 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now this will go on further with a code, and then as you can see the output here is, so plus is 3, triangle is 2 according to this. I'm not checking this, right? My circle is 4 and my rectangle is 1. So with this question mark 3241, you will drag it and drop it here. Now again, this would be a little confusing. What I'll recommend you to do is probably pause this video as of now and solve this again. Take a pen and paper. If not, then you can go to prepinsta.com, your Capgemini dashboard for this game-based question, and then there would be some free sections. You can try that out, and if you want to solve further, you can check out the paid sections as well, right? So or you can go ahead and buy either the Prime Video course or the Prime Mock course. Prime Video is like the online course. Prime Mock is basically you will get all of these questions just in mock format, but no video lectures or everything, right? So let's go ahead. This is essentially a switch challenge. So this is just the first one, right? Now, when I talk about the second one, here, the second one is called digit challenge, right? So this is an incorrect heading here. It should be digit challenge in this particular case, not operator shop challenge, right? Operator shop challenge is again something else, that is 24 games that are there, right? So in digit challenge, what essentially you would have to do is, there would be different digits. So I am sure that there would be something coming up on the screen. So you are given dash plus or some operator with dash is equals to some value. So probably in the first case, there would be, let's say, x plus y is equals to 20, and you are supposed to drag and drop the value of x and the value of y. Now this would be level 1. Now in level 2, it would change. Again, it would become, let's say, x multiplied by y plus z. So there are 3 operators essentially there. So in that case, you will have to drag and drop 3 values and somehow drag drop the correct value so that the sum becomes 20 or 30 or whatever it is given, right? Now again, you have to apply BODMAS, but then again, you have to be better than other people, and the way that you can be better than the other people is if you solve all of those questions quickly. At least you solve these questions 50 times, 60 such questions. If you don't do that, if you are an overconfident somebody who's very good in mathematics and is in practice, would be able to solve it before you, right? So let's go ahead and solve very quick one particular thing that I've taken here, right? So in this case, obviously there could be multiple options, right? So what they are essentially saying here is something multiplied by something plus something should give me 20. And again, now this is why you should watch this video. This is why you should join our online classes for other 20 games. We gave this to our online class students, and then they wasted approximately 1 minute of their time by trying to do that. They were like, okay, I'll do 2 here also and I will do 2 here also. Let's assume. But actually you can't do that, and they did not know that because the instructions did not say so. If you've chosen one number already, it will become black here and you can't choose it again. You cannot choose it again. So which is why not just for these 4 games that we are playing in this video, there are 20 different games. You should know all of these rules very, very importantly, right? Now this would be, after that it would be easy. It obviously anybody can solve it, but somebody would take 7 seconds, but somebody would take 4 seconds. Now again, they will calculate your percentile based upon your average timing, and then next, those people which have better percentile, who would have practiced more, would go to the next round, and you wouldn't if you don't practice, right? So all the papers or all such questions are available on Prep Insta. The link would be in the description below. You can find it after the video. Obviously, there are a few other games that we are going to play. So I can solve it very easily. So for example, I can say that let's say 9, I choose first and then I choose 2. So 9 into 2 becomes 18. Okay, so I did it wrong. I wasted my time. I will have to click on delete. But because 18 plus 2, I need 2 again. So wrong. I can't do it like this. Again, so what will I do in this case? I'll choose 7 into 2. So it becomes 14. And then I will choose 6. So 7 plus 2, 14 plus 6 is equals to 20. Or I could do something else also if I like. So for example, I could say, let's say 4 into 3, that is 12, and then I can choose 8, right? So in this case my sum again would become 20, right? So it is up to you whatever you want to choose, but don't make the same mistake that I chose. I did not make that mistake on purpose, but I wasted my time. So I was like 9 into 2, so it becomes 18. And then I'm like, okay, I need 20, I need 2 again, but 2 I have already chosen, right? So again, I encountered the error that I was telling all of you guys not to do, right? So this is pretty much about the digit challenge. So now, not just this, there are difficult digit challenge. So for example, they'll give you, let's say dash into dash divided by dash plus dash divided by dash is equals to 7. Now, the point is, if you don't solve enough such questions, you will run into problems because you are like, okay, dash into dash into dash. You're like, okay, 4 into something 3 divided by, then you're like, okay, I chose all the numbers, but I need 3 again. So not able to solve. Then you'll start again. You're like, okay, 5 into 1 divided by 3. Then you're like, how do I divide 1 by 3? It will be in point. So obviously answer will not come. So you're like, okay, no, it should not be solved like this. So again, you'll be like 5 into 6 divided by 3 and all of those things. So again, you will have to apply BODMAS and all of those things, right? So it would become difficult because again, if there are already 5 numbers, and then all of them are supposed to give value as 7, you would have chosen, by the time you reach here, you would have chosen 4 of them and you're left with only less number of options, and you're like, okay, with all these options, I can't make this as 7 at all. Again, so you need to solve all of those questions very, very importantly if you want to clear Capgemini. They are giving you something easy, but they've made it very difficult, right? So again, digit challenge is a little more difficult than the other ones as well. Okay, so when we go ahead to the third one is called GeoSudo. On somewhere on the screen, obviously you can see the demo of how that particular game works. So essentially, what do you have? You have kind of like GeoSudo, so geometry Sudoku. It's kind of a mixture of that. So you have to kind of do Sudoku, but based on geometry, which is very different from the rules of Sudoku, just like a minor difference that is there, right? So let's go ahead and solve a particular question. With that, we'll be able to understand more how that essentially, how you can tackle all of those questions, right? So let's go ahead. Here, if you check this particular first question, so basically there are some rules, there are some figures like that there were in the first one. So there is triangle, there's plus, there's circle, and then there is rectangle, right? Now, according to the rule, only one shape can come within one row, and only one, and that's row, and again in one column. So for example, circle is here, so circle cannot come again here because it has already come here, right? And if, let us say, circle has come here, so it cannot come in this particular one's rows here, right? So in this case, if you are supposed to predict, so for example here, so this is level 1, this is very basic. I've made sure that, okay, I take the easiest and the simplest one itself, right? So again, question mark. So you have plus, you have triangle, you have rectangle, but you do not have circle here, so it will be circle here. Now again, if I am to predict, let's say this and this. So how would I predict it? So I'd be putting first circle here. Now again, these two positions are empty, this and this. Again, we've gotten our answer, but I'm just still telling you so that you can understand how that would be working, right? Obviously, triangle cannot come here, right? And plus cannot come here. So I am left with two options, that is circle and rectangle, right? Now, so because in this case, now again, rectangle cannot come in this column because already rectangle is here. So only one thing, rectangle cannot come here. Obviously triangle and plus cannot come here. So again, circle. Now again, it's very easy to predict that, okay, rectangle would be coming here, right? Now again, if you go on ahead further, so you'd, let's say I want to identify that, okay, rectangle has come here, circle has come here, again rectangle has come here. So you can understand further each one. You can solve this as you go ahead. Maybe somewhere you will not be able to figure out particularly this. You may need to go ahead that, okay, I can't figure out this until unless I have figured out this, right? So things like that, right? So now this is very easy. Our main job was to find, maybe there is no proper answer. You cannot even find proper answer for this. Maybe because there are not enough hints, but there would be at least enough hints for you to find this question mark, definitely. So this is easy. Obviously I will like, okay, circle, that's it, 1 second it should take you ideally. Now again, this may get difficult in further cases. So if you look at this particular one, as you can see here, earlier we were having a grid of 4 cross 4, not 4, yeah, 4 cross 4, but now this time we have a grid of 5 cross 5. Now in this particular case, now the ones in the dark black are the ones that are fixed. Now the ones in the light gray are the ones that you have intermediary chosen. So for example, for me to figure out this, I will first need to figure out what this is. I will first need to figure out what this is. I will need to first figure out what this is. Now again, you don't have, ideally what they are saying that you, obviously you guys will use pen and paper, but according to them that they're like, you should not use pen and paper, we'll give you something. So what they are giving you an option, if you click upon these blank spaces in the exam, automatically there would be a pop-up that will be coming with all of these options, and you can choose any of these options if you like. Now basically you are saying for your own intermediary help that, okay, for me to figure out this, I need to first figure out this particular element, and I need to visually see all of these positions, so that you're like, okay, this is what I can visually see, that okay, it's in gray color. So this is something that you've intermediately chosen to finally come at this particular answer. So for example, in this particular case, again, if obviously if you are supposed to figure out this, you need to first figure out somehow this and this and this. So again, this would be level, I think anywhere between level 3 to 4, and it will go on till level 5 and 6. I think they will not give you 6 cross 6, that would be very difficult. They will give you 5 cross 5 only, but then again the hints would get difficult, that okay, you will have a little hard time to figure out, you know, maybe this and this. In level 3, it would be easy to figure out this triangle and this star and this circle, but in the other ones it's like that. So again, level increases game by game. Now again, this one you don't have to solve in, let's say, 1 second or 15 seconds. This one you can ideally take 1 minute. You are given 6 minutes, and ideally I will say that if you want to clear the cutoff, you should at least go to level 4, at least. Right. So all of these questions, again, we will be covering them in the Prime video course as well, and Prime mock that you can buy for Capgemini from our website. I'm not sure because as of now that dashboards hasn't been made how many questions are available in the free versions, but yes, there would be some questions available on the free dashboard of Prepinster. You can check that out in the comment section of the video itself, right? So that's pretty much about the GeoSudo game. Now let's go ahead to the next one. Okay, so the last one here would be the motion challenge, not the last one for this video at least. There are 24 different games, as all of us know, right? So the motion challenge essentially is, as you can see on the screen side by side, right? So essentially what you have to do, it's like a maze. So there is a ball, and there is a red color ball, and then there's a hole which is basically represented by a black color spot. You have to make sure that somehow that particular red ball reaches the black hole. Now, there are obstacles in between. So there are some obstacles that you can move, and then there are some obstacles that you cannot move, right? So for example, in the demo, you can see that there are some obstacles that are in gray color, which are basically looking like rocks, right? So you can't move rocks, but there are some obstacles which look like plastic drag and drop elements. So you can move them left, right, or wherever there are spaces, right? So for example, but if you want to do that, so there would be multiple ways for you that, okay, I can drag the, drag something top, left, right. So there would be multiple ways on how you can create the path from the starting point of the ball to the cave or the black hole that the ball is supposed to reach in. But again, they are checking that, okay, first, the minimum time, again, obviously you have limited time to reach to a maximum level. They're also checking here that minimum number of moves. So again, you are able to plan ahead of your actions. That is some portrayal that Capgemini wants you to have. That, okay, you are, as a person, you plan a lot before making any move, right? So now, maybe if you did not know this game, so what you would have had been doing that, okay, they gave me, because obviously this is something that they do not write in their instructions that, okay, the minimum number of moves, right? They kind of write that, okay, the ball is supposed to reach from here to here. So you'll be like, okay, let me hit and try. Let me move it again. Nothing happened. Let me move it again. Okay, nothing happened. So you try different versions, and then you lost all your marks here. But then again, since I've told you about this game, so you'll be doing that in minimum number of moves, right? So again, that is very, very important for you to know what all the other 20 games are. If you don't know them, then again, at the time when you're giving the exam, then you will encounter all of them, and then you'll be making all of these wrong mistakes. So make sure that you join a PrepInsta's online classes or Prime Video courses, so that you can get the access of what all of those games are. This is something that only PrepInsta has. Nobody else would have it, right? As of now, probably, right? So again, if you are able to solve, if you want to solve this, what I would be doing is, first of all, I would be moving the light blue color at the top, and then I would be moving the dark blue, that is the purple one, towards my left, and then would be moving it again top. Then again, one more thing that a lot of people may not know is that, yes, your plastic box or movable item can also move above the black hole. So maybe a lot of you would be thinking that okay, I cannot move this green block above the black hole. That yes, you can overlap your green box above the black hole wherein you're supposed to put the ball. So again, if you did not know this from today's class, you will not have done this. So maybe if you do not know about all of those 20 games, you would not have been able to solve all of them as well, right? So again, which is why I recommend you to join PrepInsta's Capgemini Prime Video course as well, right? Link again in the description, right? So again, I would move it towards the right. So again, I've done this in how many steps? So 4 steps I've done this, and then the 5th step would be to move my ball towards the right. 6th step again towards the top. So in this case, I would have been able to solve the motion challenge question completely, right? So now, again, these are all the things that we are going to cover in this video. How do you perform well in the exam? So first of all, know all of those games beforehand. There are 24 games. You should know each one of them properly. What are the rules? How to play? Things like what we discovered earlier. Again, practice. You are competing with over 2 lakh applicants, and only 10,000, that is an internal PrepInsta expectations, will get selected based upon market analysis. We think that okay, Capgemini is only going to select 10,000 freshers this year, right? So again, you practice because you need to be better than 1,90,000 people to get selected now, which is a huge thing. It is very difficult this year to get a job because of coronavirus. You should give your best. So again, do not play PUBG and waste your time, all of that. At least I will say 15 to 20 days preparation is required if you want to be very sure. Again, you can do that in lesser time if you are very smart and all. But again, I will recommend for an average student, 15 days is required.
Let me not waste much time here. So let us start with our first question. So now let me give you a fair enough idea onto Capgemini. So guys, Capgemini's pattern is totally new, right? They changed their hiring pattern last year. They introduced things like game-based aptitude. They introduced things like behavioral competency profiling. So, make sure you go and check out the entire syllabus, the link to which can also be found in the description of the video. Right, make sure you do not prepare from wrong places, wrong websites wherein you might have wrong information altogether. So this is the new pattern wherein you don't have speed, time or distance to solve, you have game based aptitude to solve, and then behavioral competency profiling. Right, apart from that, more other sections which you can go and find in the link is there in the description of the video already. So make sure you go and check that out. So now to give you some idea, so guys, the games as in Capgemini game-based aptitude, right? So you would generally get, so out of a lot of games, those are 24 games, you would get around 3 to 4 games. That depends from students to students. So you generally get 4 different games to play in your test, and the approximate time that you get is 22 to 24 minutes, wherein for every game you get 5 to 6 minutes to solve 3, 4, 5 small questions from that particular game, right? There are multiple games. One by one we're gonna see which all games are there, how they look like, and how you actually solve them. So here's the first question on your screen. So can anyone guess which topic is this? So guys, this is actually called the switch challenge. Before we start with this question, let my team play a quick video on how the switch challenge looks like in real time when you solve it in the exam, because I cannot do that animation here to show it to you, or we cannot solve questions like that here. This is how we have to solve our practice questions. So here's a quick review of how the game looks in real time, right? So my team would just display that on the screen. Okay, so now here's the question, guys, for switch challenge, and this is how we're gonna solve it. We cannot use those animations to solve this question here. So this is how we're gonna actually solve this question, and this is how our entire course on Prep Insta Prime is also designed. So that is a better way to solve, right, for practice purposes. So switch challenge. So what happens here is, guys, let me give you a fair enough idea. There are some geometrical figures, right? Capgemini, they're focusing on a lot of geometrical figures because it's really tough to remember geometrical figures or play around with geometrical figures, and that is why in their type of game-based aptitude there are a lot of geometrical based figures, the ones you see on the screen. So a triangle, a square, a circle, and then a plus sign. So what happens actually in switch cases, this is one of the most basic example that I've taken here just to give you some idea onto. Definitely the questions won't be this easy. There might be one question like this, but out of 3, 4 questions or 5 questions that you get from each of the game, one could be easy, but the rest are on the tougher side, and that actually analyze your skills, your logical thinking, and how fast you are. Apart from that, guys, I'm not scaring you here, but just to tell you, this is an elimination based round. So every round in Capgemini is elimination. You don't clear first round, you don't go to the second section, you don't clear the second section, you don't go to the third section. So every section is very, very important, and game based is the most important because it's totally new that you would be seeing. So what is actually happening here is, guys, so let me assign numbers here. Let's say here the triangle is 1, the square is 2, the circle is 3, and the plus sign is, let's say, 4. The question is actually asking you to choose out of these 3 options. Let's say we call them ABC here, small ABC, do not confuse with the options. Which logic would you apply to this particular arrangement so that it becomes this, right? So guys, the triangle was 1 here, it became 4 here. The square was 2 here, it became 3 here, and so on. The circle was 3, it became 1, and this plus was 4 and it became 2 here. So what is the actual position of this circle? It was 3. So what we're doing is, first we're inputting 3 from here, then we are inputting 4, then we are inputting 2, and then we are inputting 1. So of this arrangement, if we input them in the order 3, 4, 2 and 1 and then display, this is how it is gonna look. This is third one, this is the fourth one, this is the second one, and this is the first one. 3, 4, 2, 1. So option number C is the correct answer. Yeah, right? So the most basic question, let me show you now the level 2 question, not the toughest question, but still the level 2 type of question. So here's the question on your screen, guys, right? This is level 2 now. This is again an easy question. I'm not taking very tough questions here in this video because I don't want to confuse you. I just want to give you some idea onto how the game is actually, and then maybe you can practice them later on, right? Alright, so again this is a switch case, a switch challenge, right? And in switch challenge, you already saw the first question. So my suggestion here would be pause the video, start solving this on your own, and then give me the correct answer for the same. Alright guys, so again the same logic, but here you can see there are two logics been applied, two switches been applied, right? First we are switching it with this logic, and then we are again switching with some logic. So here the question is actually opposite. Here you have to find what switch you should use so that you get this output, right? So what we did first was 2, 3, 4, 1. We did a switch of 2, 4, 3, 4, 1 to the above arrangement. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. When I do 2, 3, 4, 1 to the above, how would it look like? 2, 3, 4, 1. This is how it is gonna look after we use this switch on the above arrangement, right? Okay. So now once that is done, so let us now again number them 1, 2, 3 and 4. You're not going to number them 2, 3, 4 and 1. Every time you change the switch, you again put them, because for this the input is this one, right? So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 itself now, not this particular order or this particular numbering of the figures. Now the numbering would again become 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this was 1, 2, 3 and 4. What logic did you apply to get this? So third one came at first. So that means this is 3, this is 4, this is 2, and this is again 1. 3, 4, 2 and 1. Right? Are you getting that? So see, when we apply 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So square, circle plus triangle, square, circle plus and triangle. So it became 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let us say I'm saying that we are applying the logic, this logic here, 3, 4, 2, 1. So when you would apply the logic 3, 4, 2, 1, how would it look like? 3, so plus sign first, 4, so a triangle, 2, so a circle, and then 1, that is a square. So to cross check that, we have again cross checked it as well. So 3, 4, 2, 1 is the answer, that is option number C. So guys, here is now another question on your screen. Can you guys tell me which topic it is? Okay, so guys, they call it the GeoSudo, which is a fancy term for Sudoku. So Sudoku with geometry, so GeoSudo. GeoSudo. So now let me give you some basic idea onto what Sudoku is. So guys, how many of you have solved Sudoku in newspapers? The one our grandparents keep on solving in the morning time with a pen and trying to strike off or write something in the newspaper. That is what it exactly is, but with a different concept. So there we have numbers from 1 to 9. Here we have geometrical figures. So this is a 4x4 Sudoku, right? Or GeoSudo. This one's a, so cause there are 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 columns and 1, 2, 3 and 4 rows. So this is a 4x4 Sudoku, right? So that is why you have 4 different structures here. So what are the 4 different figures that you see in this particular one? So in 9x9 Sudoku, you have numbers from 1 to 9. Similarly, in 4x4 GeoSudo, so you have 4 figures. So that is, I can see a plus, a circle, a rectangle, a square, and a triangle, right? Now the rule here is, guys, in any single row, any of the figures cannot repeat, or in any of the columns in the figures cannot repeat. This is one of the most basic type. In the tougher types, even in the smaller segments that are there, guys, the figures cannot repeat each other. We'll not move on to that as of now. Let us see with this simpler one, right? So as I said, in the rows, the figures cannot repeat each other. So as I can see here, there's a plus sign. So there's a circle, then there is a square, and then there is a triangle. So nothing is repeated in this particular column number 2. So the most basic question, right? So here you can see a plus already, a circle already, a triangle, a square already. So what would be the third one? It cannot be a plus sign because it is already here. It cannot be a circle. It cannot be a square. So that must be a triangle. So this was the most basic question, and to be honest, guys, this is not the difficulty that you are gonna get in the exam. This is just to give you an idea onto how you solve. Right? Again, moving to the level 2 questions. So guys, there will be level 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 questions. In this video, we'll be going till level 2, level 3 questions, not level 4 and 5 questions. Maybe in the coming time, we might come up with another video here wherein I cover the level 4, 5 questions for you. And meanwhile, we have added all those in our PrepInsta Prime already in Capgemini game-based course. So everything is available there. I just came here to help you guys with how actually to solve this question, right? Even if you're not able to buy the PrepInsta Prime subscription till now, you have all the rights to know how to solve, right? So that is why I am taking it here, but I cannot take all the levels here, right? Because if I start taking level 3, 4, 5 questions, I won't be able to complete all the types of game, right? So my concentration here is to give you an idea onto all the type of games that are possible. So make sure you watch the video till the end, guys, and keep commenting on the video. So another question, guys, can you pause the video here? So again, this is a GeoSudo question, as I said. Can you pause the video here and start solving this on your own? Can you tell me what is the correct answer for this? And meanwhile, I am there to solve it for you anyways, right? So what type of Sudoku is this? This is a 5x5 Sudoku. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what are the 5 different figures that you see here? I can see a circle, a plus sign, a star, a square, and from the options I see there could be a triangle, right? So these are the 5 different figures that you see here in a 5x5. There should be 5 different figures. So circle plus star, a square, and then a triangle. Okay. So now to solve this question, guys, now let us start from, so we have to find for this, right? But we cannot directly approach here. Rather, we have to start finding it from the middle part. So guys, tell me one thing. In this particular row, a circle is already there, a plus is already there, a star is already there. So what is left? It could either be a square or a triangle. So I'm not sure where to put the square, where to put a triangle. So here, so one of these boxes would have a square. So if let's say it is a square, the next one would be a triangle. And if this is a square, this one would be a triangle, right? Vice versa, because definitely in one row, figures cannot repeat each other, but there are only 2 figures left to be filled here. So of those, one would be this and one would be the other one. Now guys, when I see, let us say I put a square here. Can I do that? No. Because when I look into this particular column, there is already a square here. So that means this particular area, this cannot be a square, so this must be a triangle. And if this is a triangle, so that means the only left option for me is a square over here. All right, that is done now. So I have practiced a lot, guys. You won't be able to solve this that quickly because you have not practiced. You must practice a lot. I can see the answer directly from here. When I see, now let's come to this row. Let me change the color of the pen again. When you come to this row, plus sign is for this place. This place cannot be a plus sign, right? This place. I hope you can see the arrow there. This cannot be a plus sign because there is a plus sign in this column already. There cannot be a plus sign here because there is a plus sign already here. So there must be a plus sign here because plus sign is already here. So there cannot be a plus sign anywhere else. So there must be a plus sign here for this particular row. Right? What is left now? A triangle is left. And what is the next thing left? A circle is left. So do you find the logic here, guys? So I'm sure that out of all the options, guys, now let's move on to the options directly. Let us eliminate first. There's a square already. Cannot be the case, right? Plus sign, we have already placed a plus sign, so a plus sign cannot be the case, right? Can this be a circle? Yes, this can be a circle. Can this be a triangle? Could be a possibility this is a triangle. So it could be either a circle or a triangle. Now let us see where, so now when I see here, there's a circle already here. There's a circle already here. So that means this cannot be a circle. Or let us say this cannot be a circle. So there must be a circle here. Are you getting that, guys? No, not yet. See, we already, first thing first. So let me remove things from here. Let me make it a little easier for you now. Right? In this particular area, there cannot be a plus sign here, right? There cannot be a plus sign here. So there must be a plus sign here. We are done with that. We already saw that, guys. There must be a square over here. So this is a triangle over here, right? So what is the left out option that you have now? The left out option is star is done already. Star is done, right? Let's say we draw a star here. So a star is already done. Changing the pen's color. Star is already done, right? Square cannot be the case, right? Plus sign cannot be the option. So what would be the option? It could either be a circle or a triangle, right? A circle or a triangle. So now checking into this circle or a triangle, what would be the next option that you can choose about? So let us move on to another level of analysis here, guys. Come back to this row now, or this column. A square is already here, a star is already here, a plus is already here. So even this needs a circle or a triangle. But there cannot be a circle here because there is a circle in this row. So this means this must be a triangle. Yes. If this is a triangle, the only option left is this is a circle. So that means this is a triangle. So it's not only like, guys, you have to go through the only option that or only row wherein you have to find things. You have to go through other rows and column and you have to try finding out options of elimination so that you would be able to fill the rest of the blank spaces. That is only when you would be able to fill in the question mark that is given to you, right? Okay, so here's another type of question, guys, in front of your screen. And which sort of question is this? So this is actually a digit challenge, right? There are multiple names to this, but generally we call it the digit challenge. So I've taken very easy, sort of questions from the same. So this is the level 1, or I'll say the level 0 question, just to give you an idea onto how you play this particular game. So BODMAS is very important for this particular game. One thing, the calculations are not very tough, but the number of questions that you get in this particular sections are higher than the rest of the sections. So make sure you are very, very fast. Your BODMAS is totally clear, and then you have to choose multiple options from the question. You simply have to tap it in the exam actually set, which is the number that you can fill in here to get the desired answer. This is very basic, guys. There could be questions wherein, as you saw in the video as well, in the snip as well, there could be multiple free spaces, right? Multiple free spaces, and then you have to try finding out which all options can fill in where. So there could be 2, 3 blanks, and you have to find out, acha, if I'm putting it 2, so the next could be 3, the next could be 4, and all those, right? Though I've not taken very much tougher questions here. I've taken the easier one just to give you some fair enough ideas. I've already done for all the sections. So yeah. When I see this question, guys, first thing is, in BODMAS, so I'll definitely multiply something. What should I multiply with 9 and then add 6 to it to get 33? 1. Let's start with 1. 9 ones are 9, 9 plus 6 is 15, cannot be the case. If I multiply with 2, 9 twos are 18, 18 plus 6 is 24, cannot be the case. If I put 3, 9 threes are 27 plus 6 is 33. So 3 is the option here. A very, very easy question, guys. So that is how you have to see now. There could be multiple boxes as well, multiple blank spaces that you would get in level 2, level 3, level 4 and level 5 questions, which I have not added here. And apart from that, guys, just to give you a fair enough idea, we have already updated our game-based aptitude section for Capgemini, the latest one with all new questions and everything on our Prepinsta Prime already. All right, guys, so I hope you like the video and like the way we are teaching it. So that is the best possible way in which we can give you the most for game-based aptitude. And then we have a lot of practice questions like this. We have mocks, quizzes like this to practice, right? Wherein you can watch the videos first, practice or clear your concepts, and then you have a lot many questions to practice. Because guys, this is not a game of calculations. This is rather a game of time. Time is the most important thing here. And in our courses, we'll be teaching a lot of short tricks, methods, quicker ways of solving all the games one by one. So make sure you go and check that out once, right? So, okay, let's move on to the next question and then we'll continue with our discussion. So here's another question, a simple question again a level 0 question. I'm not taking tougher questions here because some of you might already have idea on to how to solve this question, but for those people who are solving it for the first time, that's what I do, right? Even our courses are designed in a way, that's what Prepinsta does. So our courses are designed in a way wherein anyone who's starting from the elementary level can also understand, and then we have questions till level 7, 8, 9, wherein anyone who's already practiced can even practice more to, you know, ease down the time that is taking in the exam. So can I get the answer for this one, guys? BODMAS, right? So first I'll divide. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 into what? What should I multiply with 2 to get 18? 9. See, guys, do not blame me later words. Sir, you saw questions on, you solved questions on YouTube. I solved them, but I couldn't clear. These are the most basic questions, guys. Maybe in the coming week, if I get some bandwidth, I'll try to shoot another video for you guys wherein I might take the level 2, 3, 4 questions as well, right? But that depends, right? So this is just to give you an idea onto how the questions would look like. Moving on to the next type of challenge that you get is this one. This is the inductive reasoning challenge. So now before I start this, guys, let me show you how Prepinsta Prime is, how our Prepinsta Prime looks like, the newly launched Prepinsta Prime. So this is how Prepinsta Prime looks like, right? A complete Netflix kind of an experience wherein you have courses for everything. You have courses for skills like AI, cybersecurity, ethical hacking, big data, AWS cloud. You have courses for C, C++, Java, Python. You have coding like basic, intermediate, competitive, data structure. So even if you're a CS mechanical, CSIT student, we have a course for you that is competitive coding. If you are a mechanical or civil student, we have a course for you. You can start with basic and then slowly move on to the right hand side of the course. Similarly, we have aptitude, quants, logical, verbal, DI, visual reasoning, the game-based, the IBM game-based section, Capgemini game-based, special topics for each and every company, right? Let's say anything that is supposed to be asked in the exam that is already added here for that particular company. Talking about the companies, we have 100+ company dashboards added already, right? Apart from that, we have courses on product-based companies like Amazon, Cisco, Goldman, Zoho, Oracle, interview preparation like group discussion, HR puzzles, resume, GitHub. We have also added guesstimates for ZS Associates, Mu Sigma, and companies like Bank of America. They have a round called case study and guess estimate. So we have a video course on that as well. Puzzles are asked in the interview, so we have a course for that as well. So it's a complete placement preparation destination. And once you have the access to Prepinsta Prime, you need to not go to anywhere else for any particular company for any of the preparation that you might be looking forward to. We have interview experiences videos for you. We have HR interviews, GD discussion, group discussion, videos and courses, right? So everything is included in one single package, guys. And not only that, nowadays you also need certifications while sitting in interviews, right? If you have certifications, your chances of getting selected becomes higher. So with all the skills that you complete on Prepinsta, you get a Prepinsta certification. Not only that, with that you also get a TCS a remote internship certificate from TCS, right? For the skill that you complete, right? So that is a total complimentary thing that you get when you join Prep Insta Prime subscription, right? So to give you a fair idea on to how the prices are, so currently we are running huge discounts on our Prep Insta Prime courses. The subscription basically, so once you have one single subscription, all the courses would be included for you. So you can buy subscription for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, or 18 months. That is 2199, 3199, 4199, and 4699. The remote internship certificates are included, right? The link to the same can be found in the description of the video, guys, right? And I've already showed you Capgemini is already added. Any other company that might be coming to your campus or off campus, every company is already added on Prep Insta Prime with all the specific courses or all the specific sections or topics that are asked. Everything is added on Prep Insta Prime. So that is one destination for all your placement related preparation, right? Okay. So I think, guys, that's it. So apart from that, guys, just to give you a fair idea on to how courses look like. So my team would quickly play a snip of a video from the DSA course, right? So there's a video coming right after this, a quick 5, 7, 10 seconds video to give you an idea on to how the course exactly looks like. So guys, coming back to the inductive reasoning. So this was the question. So what is happening here? Let me tell you. When I see this figure, and when I see this figure, I see that this particular line had been removed. Okay, let me change the color of my pen. This particular line had been removed here, and this became like this. Once that was done, in the second iteration, they removed this line. So it looked like this. After this, they removed this particular line from here. So it started looking something like this. Afterwards, here, they removed this one. So it started looking like this. But when I see this and this, it's exactly similar. So you will see figures. Your job is to mark the images that don't fit the rule logically. So I think this would be the answer. Again, let us cross check. When I see this and this particular line was removed and this started looking like this. In the next one, they removed this line and it started looking like this. And in the last one, they removed this one and it started looking like this. So they're basically removing one line, one line each time on each iteration. But somewhere here, they missed that. So this means this is the odd one out, to be honest. This is the one which is not following the logic of the entire section, entire question, right? So this is the answer. Looking into the second sort of questions that you might get here. So guys, there are a lot of iterations for this. So for this particular type or for this particular inductive reasoning type, we have around 17, 18, 20 different type of varieties of questions that can be possible, right? So in our courses, we have added all of them. So here's this question, guys. I would suggest you to pause it here and start solving it on your own. I'm not sure how many of you were able to solve this. So what is happening here is, guys, so the easiest solution to this is, how many sides are there? There are two geometrical figures in this particular one. How many sides are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. So which is the odd one out? This one. Simple as that. But I solved it for you, and that is why you found it easy. But you actually need practice when you are solving it in the exam. This won't click to you. So practice as much as possible, because the round is an elimination round, guys. Talking about the next type of game, that is the motion challenge. So this is one sort of game that you might have played in your school time, in your college time, in your mobile phone, wherein you have to, there was a game wherein you had wooden logs and you have to move one log out of the park, out of the screen, right? So this is a similar kind of, the question is, I'll simply explain it to you. There's a black dot, there's a red dot here. You have to move this red dot to this black dot. And definitely it cannot move from this particular block which is here, right? There should be an empty space or empty gully for it to move. You have to do that with minimum number of steps needed. So basically, if you move it once, that is one step. Anything that you move is one step. It's not like, so if I move it from here to here, that is still one step, right? But you have to move it in minimum number of steps possible, right? So can you take a pause? Can you start finding if 7, 10, 11 or 12, which is the minimum number of chances that you need to get this red ball home, right? So take a pause here, guys, and then definitely I'm there to solve it for you. So to ease that out, guys, I've already created this for you, right? So yeah, to start with it, guys, I'm not sure whether you are able to see this or not. I suggest you watch it on a laptop, because I cannot maximize it more, right? Because I'll need space for myself, and then there are 10 figures, right? So the answer you already got, right? There are 10 steps in which you can do this. So firstly, to start with it, guys, this particular block, at the initial it was here, right? It was here in the question. So the first step that I took was this. I moved it here. Step number 1. Right? In step number 2, what I did was, it was here. So I moved this block on top. So step 2. Yes. Third thing that I did was, guys, I moved this downwards. So it came here. Now, when that is the case, now the fourth thing that I'll do is, guys, moving this to this place. So it came here. 5 steps done. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 already done, right? After that, guys, what I'll do is I'll move this right. So this is how it would look. So now I've created an empty space. So there's an empty path. So first I'll move this ball here. So 6 steps done. So this is 7. This is 8 step. This is 9 step, and this is the 10th step when I can get the ball home. To make that clear, so this ball from here to here in 1 step. Then from here to the right side, 2nd step. Then from here to the top, the 3rd step, and then to home, the last step. So there were 10 steps totally involved in solving this particular question. Yes? Okay, so this was, guys, level 2 question from the motion challenge. There could be even tougher questions which are actually tough to solve, and you need a lot more practice for this, which are, so make sure, guys, I'm just telling it again and again, do not rely only on this particular video. You must have to practice, and that is how you would be able to do this in the game. Because what actually happens while giving the exam is, guys, you get conscious. You have limited amount of time, you start getting conscious, you solve it under pressure. So even if your logical thinking is good, they put immense pressure on you, so you start missing things out. So make sure you don't do that in the exam, and I'm really sorry, right? So moving on to the next type, that is, guys, the Odo challenge. So what actually happens in Odo challenge? See, in Odo challenge, guys, you are given 2 figures, right? You have 2 figures. They are following some pattern. They are actually following some pattern. Now you have to find of this. So here the options are image 1, 2, 3 and 4. You have 4 options only, right? You have to find which figure or which figures are the one which actually follows the pattern that these 2 are following. So maximum number of similarities, right? There are 2 different figures given here. So you have to find which of them have the maximum number of similarities, right? To do that, guys, when I see the row 1, and this row 1. The row 1 have all plus 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 here. Similarly, when I see all the figures have plus 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 and plus here, so that means the answer could be all of them, A, B, C and D. Could be a possibility, but no. You have to again step down, down, down and see more number of similarities, guys. So to do that, I also say that row number 2 is also same, plus plus plus. So if I choose that, only this and this would satisfy. So this is gone and this is gone. I'm left with this 2. So is that the case that option number 1 and 4 is the answer? Let us try to see if we find any more similarity, any further similarity. Looking at this row, so there is this red mark, there is this circle and there is this triangle. There is this circle, this triangle and this red mark, right? But here you only have this plus, this triangle and this plus. So you do not have similar figures in both. Here in this image 4, but here in image 1 you have similar figures, that is circle, triangle and a square, a circle, a triangle and a square. Even here you have a circle, a triangle and a square, but here you just have a triangle. So that is another similarity that we got from here. So that means I can induce that image number 1 could be the answer. Okay guys, so now important thing, top 3 comments on this video to get free access to newly launched Prep Insta Prime. So make sure you go and keep commenting, right? Apart from that, 30 plus company would start hiring soon. So guys, we would be posting all of them on our social media handles, that is Instagram, Discord, Prep Insta, Facebook handles, WhatsApp and Telegram. We have a very cool community over Discord. So make sure you go and check that out. We do a lot of events, a lot of live lectures. So make sure you go and check that out. Apart from that, guys, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on to the bell icon so that maybe when I come back again with another videos on Capgemini or any other company, you are the first one to get a notification for the same, right? Apart from that, guys, Prep Insta Prime, right? So make sure you go and check out, the link is there in the description of the video. All the courses, all the topics that you need are already added, especially for Capgemini, TCS and all the other companies that would be coming soon, right? ZS Associates, so everything is added. Guess Estimates is the one course that we added recently for ZS Associate cause that started hiring. So that is how we keep our Prep Insta Prime. We keep everything updated. Everything is added on Prep Insta Prime. So make sure, guys, you check that out. So guys, now there is another trailer coming for you to show you how all the other courses on Prep Insta Prime looks like. What is the sort of animations that we have used in Prep Insta Prime to make the course most interesting, most easy to understand, and you would grab the most and quickly, right? So thank you so much, guys, for watching the video. Hope to see you soon in the next one. Thank you so much.